Now it's time for GG-NOOB.
Hello and welcome back, GG-NOOB. That was our intro. Pyro, are you there?
Yes.
Okay, good. Alright, everything's working. Welcome back, GG-NOOB. My name is MostlyNOOB. Here with me is Jinxed.
Hello.
And Pyromirezzz.
Howdy.
E3, that happened.
It did.
And boy did it happen. I realised the problem with E3, there's so much news, I can't say it all. Unlike throughout the rest of the week, like there's one game, you go, oh, that game. At E3, it's like, oh, everything at once. Yeah. Information overload.
Kid in a candy store.
Yeah. Yeah.
The only problem is you can't buy any of the candy.
So it's a look, don't touch candy store.
Kind of like being a dog outside looking at its food, just dribbling, but knowing it can't have any.
Yeah.
But yes, I reckon we should get things started with our first song. Get Jinxed is the name of the song.
I'm going home now.
It's an official song from the League of Legends. It's Jinx's character. And here it is. And welcome back to GG-NOOB. My name's MostlyNOOB. Jinxed and Pyro is here with me. I hope Pyro's here with me.
Yep.
Great,
Yay.
great. So yeah, before we get into the E3
Madness?
Yeah, the E3 madness. I like that. The game releases for this week. Not many game releases for this week because
Probably everyone's busy with E3.
yeah, if you release a game this week, probably no one would known about it. They're too busy listening for the other news. But yeah, the game releases that have been released: Super World Karts for the PC and Enemy Front.
That's it.
That's it.
So, very big name titles.
Yep. Well, Enemy Front is probably bigger than Super World Karts because it's on PS3 and Xbox 360 as well as PC. Moving on to the Humble Bundle. There's no Humble Bundle, there is a Humble Weekly Bundle, which is mainly full of documentaries. I should say what the documentaries are. You get Omega Jam, Quiet Girl's Guide to Violence, Cryptic Sea EP, and A Virus Named Tom. I think that's a game though. Also, you get Men with Beards, Ecstasy of the Order,
Ecstasy
of the Order, Tetris Master, Cinema 6. If you pay more than $6, you get Minecraft, the Story of Mojang Deluxe Edition.
Mahjong.
I've always heard it being called Mojang.
Unless I'm reading that wrong.
Well, I've heard people call it Mojang. I haven't heard Mahjong. It is
Isn't
Swedish.
Mahjong the Chinese game?
It looks like that. I don't know.
Well, I've heard people pronounce it Mojang, and every time I play Minecraft, I see, Mojang.
Maybe I am thinking of the Chinese game.
Yeah.
If it's Swedish, it's Yang.
Yeah.
Because they don't pronounce J. Or is that Northern? I don't know.
Who
Anyway,
knows?
Serious Sam 3
We're
is
not
also
an
there.
English show. Yeah, Serious Sam 3, BEF, that's a game, and also if you pay more than $15, you get Serious Sam Complete Pack. So, mostly documentaries with 1-2 games.
Maybe 3 if that virus named Tom is a game.
No, that is a game.
It is?
Yeah,
Cool.
yeah.
3 games.
Yeah. what games have you been playing, Jinx? Because
I've been playing Sly 3.
yes, that's
No, Sly 2.
That's the old
I'm
one.
about to play Sly 3. And then I'll finally get to play Sly 4, which is the new one.
That is not out yet. It is out.
No, it's out.
Yeah. What about you, Pyro? What have you been playing this week?
I've been playing Rise, the Xbox One game,
Oh yeah.
and also Murdered Soul Suspect.
Is Rise any good?
Yeah, it's not too bad. It's a bit short, but
I'm not a fan of short games.
Yeah.
I finished it in one night, so
That can be depressing.
Mind you, though, some of my most favourite games, Bayonetta and Dirge of Cerberus, I finished in like a night, 10 times, over and over again. Moving on, isn't that more like a God of War, except not so many gods?
yeah, there is. Well, I don't want to spoil anything, but it's not really like God of War.
Yeah, okay. As for me, what have I been playing? Murdered Soul Suspect. I've been doing a Let's Play of that on my YouTube channel because I don't want to edit anything, so I've just been recording it and putting it up on there.
Yay, exciting. Any good?
Yes. I haven't got as far. You're probably better off asking Pyro. He's already finished it. I don't know where he found the time to do it, but yeah.
Staying up late every night.
Yeah. No sleep and a lot of energy, Jinx.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been getting slowly back into World of Warcraft before Warlords of Draenor come out, trying to level up my Horde characters as well as Alliance. And I'm trying to finish off the Assassin's Creed Black Flag before the new one comes out. This November, I'm pretty
I
sure.
haven't finished that as well.
Yeah, well, you might want to get a start on it, because the new one's coming out soon.
I started the first
Not
one
that
and I
soon.
liked it, and I just never finished it. I've got so many game series I need to finish.
Yeah.
Because I have to play them in order, because otherwise I get really annoyed.
That's
Yeah,
what
well,
I'm
with
like as
Assassin's Creed, you kind of want to play them in order.
Same with Kingdom Hearts. I'm very old of that as well.
That would be easier to play in order if they actually released it in order.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know the order anymore.
And on one console, like, give it numbers, please.
Yes!
Label your games better, not like 364/5.
1.5? What is that? Is that the first game plus a bit more, or is it the game in between? Come on, guys. I'm so confused. And the internet is so confused because I've looked on several different sites and they all have different things. I don't know what's happening.
I reckon I've got a pretty good laydown of all the Kingdom Hearts games. There are a few clashovers, a few repeats, but they're on all many different consoles. It's hard to get them all.
Yeah, thankfully for me, I'm crazy, so I've got most of the consoles, so I'm okay in that area. I just need to get the games and play them.
I think I've got all the consoles. I just need to get around to playing them and getting the actual game. I got 3s. Yeah, that would be helpful. Yeah, I got the one where you play as Roxas, the 500, and the title that's just numbers. I can't remember the numbers. I remember names like Chain of Memories or something like that, yeah. I reckon we should move on to some music. Because I've been trying to play LOL lately and not working, I got some LOL music. Like,
Yay!
Get Jinxed was LOL, and here is I Quit LOL by Lily Pikachu. Hello and welcome back to GG on 5GTR this Saturday afternoon. Here with me is Jinxed
Hello!
and Pyromirezzz,
Yeah, hello.
and we're going to be talking a lot about E3 today because
It happened.
it happened. It happened all over the internet. First off, into somewhat console news, bunch of Sony stuff. Sony confirms their first original TV show for the PlayStation. It's like an hour-long drama called Powers, based off the graphic novel, which is one of those cliche stories where there's people that have powers.
Hence the name.
Yeah. But yeah, not sure. It's gonna have like 10 episodes. But yeah, it looks interesting. It's going to have...
It sounds a lot like Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. You know, there's a guy who's protecting the humans and investigating superhuman people.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. It's just sounds very typical.
Yeah.
Or maybe X-Men as well.
Well, you could
From
pretty
the
much
inside.
name a lot of stories.
Well, you could. We could be here all day.
However, though, more PlayStation news that interests me mostly. Noob. PlayStation Now Open Beta is launching on July the 31st. For those who don't know, PlayStation Now is backwards compatibility.
Yay!
You do have to buy the games on PlayStation Now.
Boo!
They've been... Well, you can't really use old PlayStation 1 CDs in your PS4.
know.
But
It needs to be a trade-in scheme. Here are all my old games. Give me the digital versions.
You can do that with some, but you still have to pay the digital version. You can get a discount of it.
Oh.
That's what they did with one of the games going to Xbox One. Can't remember.
Something.
Yeah. But yeah, PlayStation Now, you'll be able to hire or buy old PlayStation games because it's more of a service. And hopefully, yeah, they keep on bringing it up. It is still in beta, so things might not be working very well. They do plan to release it for the PS3 and PS Vita as well. But yeah, they have 100 games already, like Dead Space 3, God of War, Metal Gear Solid, all those games. But
All
yeah,
the good stuff.
yeah, a few of the good stuff. There's probably more they could add.
Oh, definitely.
But yeah, new Sony press release has been revealing the prices for most of the PS Now games would be $3 to $20.
Oh, that's not too bad.
Oh, that's not that
I
bad.
like the $3 bit.
Well, considering they're old games, they're already past their prime. The main reason why people want to play is to play old...
Nostalgia. Never
And-
actually got around to playing it.
Yeah, to catch up and find out what's happening, what's the new thing.
I think because of that, though, people would pay more than $3 for really old games.
Don't tell them that. Shh.
I'm not going to pay anything unless if it's free or
Yep.
a cent. Yep.
Yeah, I
Well,
don't. Who wants these games, really?
Yeah. What else do we have? PlayStation Now is... Not PlayStation Now. PlayStation TV is coming to America, in half a year's time for, $100.
A lot of bucks.
So is it free on the PlayStation and then everyone pays it like normal pay TV, or?
From my understanding of it, it's a TV that will have PlayStation Now built into it.
Oh.
So you can walk up there, buy games digitally, and play them on your TV.
So it's got a built-in digital PlayStation.
Yeah. Well, PlayStation Now's streaming service, so you stream it, not download and have the game type thing.
That could lead to lag.
It could lead to lag, yeah.
That's what always makes me nervous about streamed games is, oh god, don't lag.
I like to think I'm somewhat used to lag, but in all honesty, probably no.
You shouldn't be used to lag. It should be over now. Why is there still lag out there?
There's a few reasons I could think of. Something about copper internet. Yeah.
Fiber optics.
Yeah, probably would have been better off with fiber optics, but I'm just saying. Ubisoft has been saying Watch Dogs is a franchise now. So there's going to definitely be more games from it. The universe, the story.
They shouldn't be allowed to say that until they have produced the second game.
Well, they do have a clothing line based off the game.
Okay, that's better.
But yeah, it sold 4 million copies in a week.
So there will be a second game.
Yeah, well, it's the most selling new IP of all time, ever.
Ubisoft really likes making their second games.
They do.
Yeah,
I hope they don't spoil it though.
Oh yeah, that's always the worry. The minute they start making sequels, you're just like, oh, please still be good.
Well, usually with game sequels, a lot better because they take all the feedback from the older games and make them better. Unlike
the gameplay is usually better, but the story not necessarily.
Yeah, the story sometimes lacks because if you're playing a game that finishes and it's like, oh, but we want to make another one, the gameplay's a lot better.
How
but
do
they're
we
trying
do
to
this?
Force the story and
Okay, so we'll kill his family again.
Yeah.
Oh, he's going to the underworld.
He has an uncle that isn't dead yet.
Oh, now he is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Moving on though, Assassin's Creed Unity. That's pretty been.
Speaking of games that have lots of sequels.
Speaking of a franchise.
Yeah, Assassin's Creed. It's actually a franchise, believe it or not. They released a couple of games.
What number is Unity? Because I've lost count.
5. I'm pretty
but
sure.
then you have those mini games on PSP
count?
and.
Oh, if you count all the mini games,
the
then
franchise.
who knows?
Yeah. Is that 1.5?
Yeah. But yeah, there's a collector's edition. They have the, default hero with a flag and some sort of weapon that they've done with the past 3 games. But they do have a music box.
Ooh.
Yeah, music boxes are cool. Soundtrack and art book of the default stuff, and they do have 2 in-game missions with over 45 minutes of gameplay.
It's sad that it's now reduced down to 45 minutes extra gameplay. It used to be so much longer.
Yeah.
When they go extra gameplay, it's like 2 days extra gameplay.
Well,
now
it's just 2 missions.
45 minutes.
It's not like a DLC, it's like an extra mission or 2.
Yay!
Well, it's DLC and you get a music box. It's not some fancy ass box, it's a nice wooden box. It looks good.
I'm gonna be getting it.
Yeah, you probably.
But mainly for the figurine.
Yeah, well, you've got all 3 of them now, don't you? Well, 2 of them.
Yeah. Well,
you need more flags.
I've got Ezio, Edward, and Connor. I need Altair though.
I think we've got a couple at home, but I don't know.
Probably not back then.
But yeah, the price for this collector's edition, derp, is
$8.
You wish? No, it's like 130. It's been listed on a couple of websites. Well, yeah, they tend to be expensive because they want you to buy it.
Really?
Yeah. What else of Assassin's Creed do we have? 4-player is confirmed. There is 4-player co-op storyline type thing. I'm not sure if it's going to be like you're playing single player and then bam, you can just add a random friend in, or if it's entire story missions set separately.
I'm thinking it'd be like Borderlands, how you join missions with people and do that stuff.
Yeah?
Yeah, and also I'm pretty sure they have a single player as well that's separate.
Yeah. So it could be like when they did Portal 2, where you have 2-player game and a single player game as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The thing I'm more curious about, because of how you go back in time, makes me think, how are these 4 people related? Are they brothers or fathers and sons, or
just
people they met?
Or do they become related somewhere down the line?
Daughters marry sons.
Yeah. Yeah,
knows?
so that's something interesting. And when does that come out? That comes out... That was on the previous page. I'm totally breaking immersion here. The 10th of 28th. So, like...
10th of 28th. So
28th
28th
of
of
the 10th?
October.
Yeah, I'm reading American time here, people.
Oh, that
Yeah,
is so
it's
confusing. Yeah.
Confusing. 28th of
28th
the 10th.
of October.
Yes. What else? I got more. Oh, yes. Assassin's Creed, though, a bit of a uproar from the internet community. They advertised having a playable female character lead in Assassin's Creed. But they kind of like cancelled it.
They backed out like chickens.
Yeah. Mainly because it isn't like we don't think female should be the lead. It's more the fact they didn't have enough time to reanimate.
They couldn't be bothered.
It's not they couldn't
Well,
be
at
bothered.
least
They
that's
would
what they
set it
said.
back.
Yeah. This is what they're saying. It's too hard.
Well, their work
Whack.
probably would have been doubled, and they said it would be a pain to include a female into the game.
I'm sorry, we are so annoying.
You should be.
Ugh.
You should be. I reckon we should have some more music. What do we have up next? I believe we have Out to Heaven by Crawn. Hello and welcome back to GG My name's MostlyNOOB. Here with me is Jinxed
Hello.
and Pyromirezzz.
Hello.
You guys should remember to like our Facebook page. Facebook.
I already have.
I'm talking to our listeners.
Oh.
Don't need
Actually,
to
I don't think I have liked it. No, I have.
You should have. You're an admin
Yeah,
to it.
yeah,
You can
I've
post
liked
stuff
it. I've
on
liked
it.
it. Because I'm an admin, I didn't feel the need to.
I don't like this. I'm gonna talk stuff on it, just not gonna like it.
Yeah.
It's facebook.com/GGNoob5GTR. I will post some of the videos I do. This is going up on YouTube. This time, it will. Last time I ran out of time and my hard drive was full. I know how to edit it now, so it's most definitely, if you're listening to this on YouTube, type in the comments, Jinx, you were wrong this single time.
This one time. You should know I'm never wrong.
Shall we say 100% you're never wrong?
No, we won't. No,
You
we won't go there. Shut up.
Okay.
Moving on.
Moving on, if you insist.
Yep, I will hit you.
Halo 5 Guardian Beta is starting in December the 27th. So you get to have a go at the Halo 5 before it's out. And that does come with the... No, you get the Halo Beta when you get the Master Chief Collection.
Ooh.
Which is a collection of all the Halo games with some Halo 5 story into it.
Okay.
Ooh.
So it's like extra gameplay, or?
Not really, more story. I've talked about the poster a couple of episodes ago with Halo standing and you see the opposite of Halo, some dude with a blue visor. A lot of people was hoping it was Katana, but no, it's actually called Loken, Agent Loken, something like that. From my understanding of the trailer of the Master Chief Collection, you get to play all the original Halo games, so the controllers are going to be a bit glitchy because it's like the original game, but they're going to have, like, there's a reason why you're playing through all of them, like your Agent Loken experiencing what the Master Chief went through or something like that.
Okay, so it's like a memory implant?
Not implant, more like viewing. He's
Okay.
viewing what the master... That's what I
Like
gathered.
the Animus.
Yeah, except not being plugged into some sort of robot and sent into your DNA, which totally is not feasible. But yeah, like...
Don't use
Because the
logic
story
with
of
this.
Halo's totally feasible.
It is more feasible than getting history from your DNA. More feasible from
No.
experiencing memories from your DNA. Let's just say that.
Although, there have been studies or something about, like, you can tell if someone in your past was really stressed or something. It affects DNA. It was weird.
But that's not a memory.
No.
But
who
it could
knows?
be, though. Could be considered
be.
one.
More beta. The Destiny beta kicks off in July the 7th. And it's going to be for PS3 and
17th.
17th, I meant.
Got to get that 10th in there, or people are going to be on the 7th going, yes! Oh!
Yeah.
10 more days. Thanks.
It's in alpha at the moment, and like a lot of people on YouTube's got their hands on it. So if you don't get a beta or anything like that, people are already playing it anyway. Like the really high-end people that earn money from YouTube. The alpha is going to be run from June 12th to June 15th. Yeah. What else do we have? The Last of Us has a release date for the PS4, July 29th. Now they've been working on this game as soon as, like the remake for the next gen, as soon as they released it for the old gen. So it should be looking a lot better.
And
Excuse me.
all the bugs that people complain of, because there's always bugs,
Yeah.
should, in theory, be fixed.
In theory.
In theory.
But it's just theory. Speaking of The Last of Us, the Infected are coming to Diablo 3 Ultimate Evil Edition. Yep. Blizzard
Yep.
and Sony has joined forces to bring the Infected from The Last of Us into the up-and-coming release of Diablo 3 Ultimate Evil on PlayStation 4. So you can expect runners, stalkers, clickers, bloaters, with all the other Diablo 3 standard monsters like the Accursed and Mechhair.
It's a made-up word. I only know normal words. It could be anything.
But yeah, the Ultimate Evil Edition is set due for August 19th, and it contains both Diablo 3 and Reaper of Souls expansion pack. Yep.
Yay!
Pokemon Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire gets Mega Evolutions. I'm not sure how I feel about that, because isn't like Mega Evolution only discovered in the new games?
There was Mega Evolutions of 3rd gen Pokemon even in the new games, so...
Yeah, I know, but this is a remake of the old games. So it's like, if it's anything like my Soul Silver, which is the only remake I got, you pretty much follow the same storyline and whatnot, except it's going to look a lot better.
So you're saying the timeline would be out.
Yeah, from my... Yeah, that's what I'm just thinking. It seems odd that they go, hey, let's just change what the game meant back then, remake it to based off future that hasn't happened yet. My mind's
think
currently
with-
exploding.
Pokemon,
Well, it
you
also
really shouldn't
seems-
worry about timelines story-wise.
It also
Is there
seems
ever-
odd that one stage in Pokemon timeline that they only knew there was like 100 or so Pokemon, but now there's over 600, and
Yeah.
they didn't know they existed before, so...
I didn't notice.
Yeah,
I mean,
I don't think it will matter that much.
yeah, but yeah,
And plus, Mega Sableye, so...
yeah. Do you have a list of the Mega Evolutions for the new Alpha and Omega, Pyro?
Not right now. I can find the list. If you give me a second.
Yeah, well, the launch date is set for this November 12th from memory. Yes, my memory was just confirmed correct.
yay!
I thought it was like 2 days after my birthday or something.
Yeah, November 21st.
I thought you said 12th.
No, I got my numbers mixed up.
You did say 12th.
No, I didn't.
Yeah,
I said
You are
21st.
upsetting people by giving them a wrong date. Earlier dates as well, so they're just like, oh no, it's later than I was thinking it would be because I was given the wrong information.
They have time to be super keen for it. You're welcome, listeners. I'm doing you a favour.
Or you're just breaking their hearts as they go in and, yay, it's oh no.
It's better than it being late and they go, I'll start buying the game back then. Like, log on to their Facebook, find all the spoilers, like, I didn't even know that game was released. But yeah, what else do we have in news-wise? The new Mass Effect is completely and utterly different. Mass Effect was a trilogy.
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 Yes, trilogy.
A trilogy?
I rather my word, personally.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
Trilogy sounds better.
Yeah. Because it's actually 4. Yeah, so there won't be Captain Commander Shepard in there whatsoever. Like, they went to the fan base of Mass Effect and go, what do you guys want? And everyone was saying,
dead,
we want
so...
new places, we want
spoilers,
new stories, we want new characters.
It's like 80 years old.
So that's what they've done. They are remaking a Mass Effect game in the new places of the galaxy, new everything.
So it's going to be the same universe, though.
There might be different universes as well. There are like the Mass Effect relays, which bounce you across lots of space instantly. So
one place, one galaxy. Maybe it's in a different galaxy.
Well, there's still humans, so because I'm pretty sure you'll be playing as a human.
Who knows?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, it could be an alien.
Yeah.
Players whoever. Maybe it'll be like Spore. You can make your own little dude.
Yeah.
That would be awesome.
Spore / Mass Effect. That would be cool.
I'd play that.
Yeah. So there will be hints for the old school fans of the original Mass Effect, but it's going to be a new experience. You don't have to play the old Mass Effect games to play
know what
this one. Yeah.
Oh, so
But
you can
should.
get the references if you played it. So it's like a little special Easter egg,
Yeah.
but you don't have to.
It's not like there's going to be a story crossing over type thing. It's like this is a different story, different place, different people.
It would be cool if like the other story's in the background and you're just somewhere else, and every now and then something happens that you get a nod. That'd
one
be
might
cool.
be. I think it's set before. It's set before or after Commander Shepard, so that storyline can't happen because he's dead.
But maybe you
or
can
not
hear like.
born.
Well, sometimes he's not dead. Depends how you play.
Maybe
the
you
game.
just come across a broken spaceship and like, this is my favorite. This is my favorite store in the Citadel.
Yeah.
I would like that.
If it's after Commander Shepard, maybe you could hear times like people talking about Commander Shepard, or if it's before, maybe you could see Commander Shepard just strutting around, not as a commander.
Or like a little kid running
As a
around.
private or
Hey,
something."
Shepard, come back here.
That would be cool. I would like to see that.
Although, how would you do it for the girl/boy thing? That would be
Oh
hard.
yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah,
Never mind.
that's
Scrap
probably-
that entire thing.
That's probably
You
why
can't
they
see him. Just talk about him then,
Yeah.
or her.
Have you heard what Commander Shepard did? They did this instead of he did this, she did this. They
Commander
did.
Shepard
it
did this.
Yeah. But yeah, that's probably one of the main reasons why they're not gonna have like him in the story,
Or her.
or her in the story, because he or she can be like
A he or she.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
And bad and good as well. You know what would be cool if you could
if it changed the experience depending on what you did in the last game you played.
yeah, your
But
choices go over to another game, and
That would mean you'd have to have played it.
And also, yeah, that would mean
Oh,
there's
that's a
a
good
story connection. They wanted a new story.
no story
fresh
connection,
start.
just small things like
Yeah.
you'd hear if Commander Shepard killed a bunch of people because he was.
It could
It's a
it
good
could
thing,
just
'cause it
go
was
with
good.
like the before story. So you don't there's none of that branchingness.
Yeah.
You just have to make it gender neutral.
Yeah. Moving on. Remakes. Grim Fandango.
Fandango.
What?
Fandango. It's one of those old school classic adventure games where you like go around exploring a place, you pick up items and you like solve puzzles. It's
You're
like
a skeleton.
yeah, you're dead. You're in the land of the dead. That's the story. And someone gets kidnapped or something like that. I've seen Yogcast Duncan do a let's play of it, and it looks like a fun game to play.
It was one of those games that people were like, this is amazing, but it never became really like mainstream.
Yeah. But yeah, it's getting a remake after 15 years. And it's coming to PlayStation 4 and PS Vita, so...
I think that's good. I think games that have been out for like 15 years can get a remake. But when you're getting a remake for a game that just came out, like Last of Us, that's kind of like, oh, come on.
It's not really a remake, it's more like increased graphic settings.
It does say on there remastered, which is a fancy way of saying remake.
It's not like a remake as in they're going to change the story and how things work. It's going to be for the next
remastered.
gen. It's going to be for the next gen consoles. Also, Conkers.
There's
Bad
no
birthday.
R in there.
Conker
The squirrel.
For those who do
played
know,
that game.
Yeah, a lot of people has. It was on the Nintendo 64 quite a while ago.
And that abomination that was on the Xbox.
Yeah, the censored version on the Xbox. It's kinda getting a remake. The Xbox has a game called Project Spark, giving you the ability to create your own games and characters and everything from scratch, and it's more, not so much you have to type in code, but it's more user-friendly, anyone can do it. But someone out there is planning to remake Conker's Bad Fur Day. Not entirely sure if it's going to be, like, it might be completely censored because they're like, oh, you don't own the rights to this.
And you can't say that word. No, he can say that word. He did it on Nintendo 64. I got
Nintendo
really upset
64
with
was like a
Xbox.
kids console and stuff. So.
I know, that's why it was so awesome.
But what I'm saying though, it might be, like, the guy who's making this is not being paid for it. It's fan-made remake of it. It'll be interesting to see, like, he plans to make it as close as possible to the original, but...
It would be
see.
tricky.
Yeah. Well, with Project Spark, there is very open way of doing everything, so who knows. Also,
I look forward to seeing what he does.
another game coming back from the dead, Star Fox may be coming back. At E3, Nintendo had a Wii U very, very draft of Star Fox. Like, graphics were kind of plain, like, not really finished, but there is some stuff out there in the works, so there might be a Star Fox game coming back. I reckon we should go do some more music. Don't you reckon, Pyro and Jinx?
No, not really.
What song do I have? Here is... I don't have a song. You can run, but you can't hide. And welcome back, my name's MostlyNOOB. This is GG the show about anime, video games, and other geeky stuff, mainly video games.
Now, speaking of anime, you haven't done a thing
I haven't
in a
had
while.
time to watch any for a while. I do want to watch one with Titan in it. I've heard a lot of things about that.
Titanfall.
No. No, it's
Wait,
not
is
a
that a
game,
series?
it's an anime. It's something Titan or
Attack of the Titans.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I heard a lot of things about... Well, I've just heard the name a lot around the internet. I'm like...
People keep telling me to watch it because it's so awesome. I don't have time.
I need to have a go at watching it so I can see if you listeners should have a go at watching it. Because... why not?
Because you have to vet everything before they do.
Well, I'm pretty sure most of our listeners don't play many video games. I do know there are a few of our listeners, but the other half are like people who always leave on 5GTR and just listen to me talk about random video game stuff, which
and they
no
should
one
play
ever
it because it's
understands.
so awesome. Do it, guys.
They should. Moving on. Wii U has a lot of... Like, Wii U wasn't at E3 this year.
Oh.
No, they had a direct conference type thing, so they didn't have their own booth, they didn't have girls wearing cat uniforms, which happened last year. I don't know what happened last year.
Oh, with the Mario and the cat thing, so they had girls. That doesn't surprise me.
Yeah. But yeah, the Wii U's been kind of picked on for being a really bad, but it's getting pretty, like, some of the games coming out on it, like, we were talking about...
8.
Yeah. We were talking about Luigi Kart 8 last week, and how
Oh, yeah.
and how it increased its sales by 666%.
And that's like the devil's number.
Oh yeah, but
I'm wanting Super Smash Brothers as well.
Yeah, people are buying.
That will
Wii
come on the 3DS,
U
but it'd be pretty good
now.
on the Wii U.
Yeah. One of the games coming out though. Wow, it's so pretty. The new Zelda game. It's Zelda
I thought you were
Reborn.
talking about World of Warcraft.
On Wii U?
Wow. Yeah, I thought it was a bit weird.
I think you need to stop playing World of Warcraft, Pyro. It's
I haven't
contaminating
played it
your
in a
brain.
while.
It's still contaminating your brain.
Yep.
Play some League of Legends or something. That would sure fix you up.
Yeah, play some
lol.
Wii U. That'll just get it out of your system. Because there is nothing
Well, then
well
when
about
you
it.
say the Wii U, lol, I'll think the lol's covered on the Wii U then.
Oh dear, we need to stop with the acronyms.
Moving on. Yes.
Zelda.
The brand new Zelda game. It's gonna be
Pretty.
not only pretty, but pretty big too. Wind Waker was a really good game, but they kinda made it seem bigger by having big open spaces.
Yeah, everything was just spaced apart really far, but it was kind of tiny in those spaces.
Yeah, and they also had one entrance into those places, so it seems bigger than he actually is. But they were saying how this time they didn't want to do that. They had the direct conference, they had one of the Nintendo guys like showing a picture of just this beautiful landscape and saying, see those mountains back there, over there? You can go there. You can, it's
big and
it's open world.
it's open world.
Probably really open world since like the really old Zelda games where...
Yeah, a lot of people have been complaining, going, oh, Zelda is an open world. The old ones used to be. You just walk around until you found a dungeon and you went in, cleared it out,
Yeah.
and that's how you progressed.
Yeah. And they had trouble doing that when 3D got introduced because
It
with
took up
those
so
old
much.
games,
Yeah.
you could just go up and that's a brand new screen. Go left, that's another new screen, and it was easier back then. But that's what they're trying to do with this game. They're trying to, bring it back to its roots, bring it back to its open world where you just, go around, find a dungeon, clear it out, get a boomerang, throw it at some bad guys. But yeah.
Yeah, they were talking about how just it's very grand.
Yeah.
So it's looks good. It's huge.
It's an old school Zelda game for the next gen consoles.
Which is so exciting.
The only thing that kind of has me going, is Link doesn't have a green hood. Yeah. Also, it definitely is male despite kind of having female features. Like pretty blonde hair.
Hey, there is nothing wrong with a guy with long blonde hair.
Especially if he surfs.
Moving on though. Sorry,
Is he
Pyro?
wearing blue?
Yeah,
Yes.
it looks like it.
He's wearing blue.
And he's not in the water, which is
And
upsetting.
It's not a hood. He doesn't have a hood.
Well, he never had a hood. He had a pointed cap.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a hat.
He doesn't have a hat.
I mean, a hood would have been an acceptable,
Yeah, match.
replacement. But nothing.
But yeah, going from the new Zelda game, which is trying to bring back to its old school roots, the other new Zelda game, Armies of Hyrule, is Dynasty Warriors Crush Zelda. What's so funny, Pyro?
Oh, your pronunciation.
Your pronunciation sucks. Shut up.
Dynasty, one of those.
Yeah. But it's... Yeah, one of those games, like, with the old school Zelda, you charge up your sword and you spin around, you get 1 or 2 enemies. Now you can get 50 in one
love
swing.
that. I used to, walk around with my sword charged, trying to get as many people as I could, and then whoosh. And then someone hit me, and I'd break the charge. I'm like, well, that was ruined.
Yeah, usually you can build up, get 3 enemies, 4 if you're really good.
I got excited. I got 5 once.
That's impressive. Well,
I
now you
know.
can get, 50, no sweat.
Which kind of ruins that whole 5. Woo.
Dynasty Warriors is one of those games where you're one person, like a leader of a army, and you're fighting against hundreds of enemies. And yeah, it's very like that one scene in Kingdom Hearts. It keeps on bringing me back when they're fighting those 100 Heartless in that canyon.
And
That's
they
what I
just
think of.
slash
Yeah.
everything. I love Dynasty Warriors or Dynasty Warriors, whatever. I love that. Just for it's so good when you're in a bad mood.
Yeah,
and
you just want to
you just
attack
carve
everything.
up all the armies, and afterwards you're like, okay, I feel better.
Yeah. Well, this is the Zelda version. Not only you get to play as Zelda, you get to play as Link as well, and Zelda. Because Zelda's going to have a sword and fight as well.
About time, because she is so badass. But
Yeah. And she looks pretty badass. With all her elven armor. And there's even another princess. I can't remember what it's called. It's on the tip of my tongue. I can't find the name anywhere in front of me. It's that... Based in that game with that...
there are lots of Zelda games.
The little green...
Twilight Princess.
Yes, Twilight Princess.
Oh,
You get to play
starts
as
with
her
an M.
as well.
Minerva? No, that sounds like something else.
Well, you get to play as the Twilight Princess as well as Zelda and Link. There's even some other playable characters as well. So,
I think someone's saying here that you can play as Impa, which is cool.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm going to get a Wii U soon. I'm going to have to.
I think this is what one of my friends saw, and he's like, you're not playing as Link. It's not a Zelda game. But if it's not meant to be traditional Zelda, I'm okay.
Yeah, it's featured in the Zelda universe with
And
Zelda monsters.
It's like Smash Brothers, but without everyone else. It's just Zelda Smash Brothers.
Yeah.
Kind of.
I like that, yeah.
And it's going to be awesome.
Moving on, we got some information of Sims 4. It's coming out. It's going to be launched September next year. I was talking about it a few weeks ago, I reckon. How you can download pre-made rooms from other users and put it down next to your house and change the size, and it will fit whatever you want it to. But they're saying though how this Sims 4 is going to be a bit more madder. Because in The Sims 3, or when I played The Sims, Sims 2 or something, sometimes you just want to get your Sim, lock him up in a room and have him poo himself to death. Or drown to death in a pool or something.
Something horrible. You
Mine
get
always
bored.
burns to death before I can do that, because they always suck at cooking.
Yeah.
Kind of like you, Pyro.
Yeah, similar.
But yeah, what Sims 4 has done, they've taken this to the next level. You can literally, your Sim can laugh himself to death.
What?
Yeah. You can laugh to death.
How often does that happen in real life?
Not very often, but like their logo, the official tag game for the new Sims, smarter Sims, weirder stories.
Okay.
Some of the guys who had to play Sim 4 during E3, some of the Sims ended up dying because they found like disasters horrible, and some dude was really bad at cooking muffins and was burning the house down, and then the house burnt around them and they died because they were laughing at the fire.
So is The Sims 4 pretty much a death simulator?
No, it's more they want to have more stories from it. Like more things go, oh, I was playing The Sims and this happened. It was like,
Okay.
And
Okay.
I reckon, yeah, they're succeeding.
That's a good idea, I think.
They even have like more in-depth personality creation, so you can have someone who gets really angry at something, which will then change your actions, so you can do an angry workout, which is where he works out really angry. It's like, oh, I'm angry.
I'm angry, so I'm gonna do some sit-ups.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's like that, so your emotions of the sim will affect its options to do stuff. So you could, instead of just taking rubbish to the bin, you could like throw a trash bag at the bin because you're angry.
Cool.
So yeah, I've only seen the angry stuff. There's probably more like if you're sad, you can like paint better pictures and stuff like that.
Well, I'm seeing here there is a creepy old man playing with small children, and I'm getting a little worried.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
But yeah, the thing that first caught my attention was the fact that, the house building is a lot more easier. Like, I remember trying to play Sims 2 and it was really hard to build a copy of my house, which is what everyone does when you first get the Sims. You want to build your house.
I built floating houses because I worked out how to do that.
That's cool. Pyro, stop breathing so loud. You're meant to be dead.
Oh, whoops.
But yeah, so I haven't played The Sims for a while, but this might be a Sim I'll get.
Yeah, me too. I'm thinking I'd play it as well.
Moving
You're
on.
all just in it for the death things, aren't you?
A little bit, yeah. Moving on, Sony has showed a spookier side to the Order 1886. One word, werewolves.
I expected that. It looked like a werewolf game from the trailer I've seen.
I hope it looks more like a steampunk game because there's like thermite rifles and
Although steampunk with werewolves
Yeah.
is pretty cool.
They kind of go together.
But yeah, they were showing a trailer at or bit of gameplay at the E3, and it was a boss fight against a werewolf. But the boss fights in this game isn't so much, you have a really big enemy and you like keep on attack it, and then he
slowly
changes.
chip his thing down to a set point, and then he changes into something else and chip it down again.
Yeah.
Fun.
This is more kinda on rail boss fight, so you first see the monster, you try and shoot as many times as possible before he attacks you. If you don't like attack him enough, he will like kill you. So you have to like catch him, and then he gets to you, knocks the gun out of your hand, so you have to like jump over barrels and grab your gun, you're like walking backwards shooting him, and yeah, it's kinda on rails.
Okay. Like the arcade games.
Yeah.
Those-
So it's not so much that you just attack him over and over again and then he changes. Like, you probably won't be in the same spot that you start the fight in. You'll probably be in a different part of the city, which
could be
is
bad.
it's probably more realistic though.
Yeah.
Like, if you're going to fight a really strong person, you're not going to stay in that same spot fighting him.
I meant like
Yeah,
it could
would.
be bad in terms of, oh no, I'm in a bad neighborhood now.
Yeah. But yeah, like, also werewolves are meant to be more like, yeah, they're going to be a harder enemy at the end. Like at the start, I don't know what the enemies are, but they're saying how, yeah, the werewolf you first encounter is going to be like a boss fight, and then later on they become more of your standard enemies.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm kind of keen for this.
It does look cool.
It looks very cool.
Yeah, I'm thinking I want to get it as well.
Although I hope their werewolves look a little more wolfy than the picture I'm looking at now, because I hate it when it's mostly person with a bit more hair. I like it to look like a wolf.
Or
traditional.
I think these werewolves look more creepier, like more, like wolves. Wolves are cute. You can get cute wolves.
You can get cute wolves.
But then you
But
can...
I dare you to say that a wolf is cute when it's jumping at you, snarling. These ones I just go, ugh.
Yeah.
You're a werewolf wannabe.
Or,
Go back to Harry Potter.
I don't think they're that bad. I think they're, like, proper werewolves. They don't, like, change their bone structure as much, but they're still... Like, when
I've
I
never
first
seen
saw
He
them.
them...
looks like a
werewolf, so-
Sasquatch. It's a Bigfoot.
Well, when I first saw it, I thought zombies, because he was, like, eating some dude's flesh, and turn around, he's, like, arm stretching. I'm like, oh, werewolf. Yeah. Moving on to werewolves, Arena of Fate. You can play as a werewolf, well, as a wolf. Arena of Fate. I like that. I forgot the word. Segway.
You did. Everyone else is like, eh. It's not speaking of werewolves, it's speaking of wolves. Unless
Close
that is
enough.
a werewolf, it's hard to tell.
It looks somewhat
This
like a
is
werewolf.
what I would say a werewolf looks like.
Yeah.
He looks
Getting
like a
back
wolf.
to the point, though, Arena of Fate is a MOBA like Dota 2 and League of Legends and every other MOBA ever.
It's a MOBA.
But it's for casuals.
That's okay. Nothing wrong with casuals.
No, I tried getting back in League of Legends today. I'm like, oh, it's too much. Like, it's very in-depth. These, the Arena of Fate matches have like a 20-minute timer, which you don't usually see in a MOBAs, so if you just want a short game to, you know, play, have a go, but you have to go somewhere in like 20 minutes, you can play this without, oh, sorry guys, I have to leave you mid-battle.
And then getting huge amounts of abuse.
Yeah. Because sometimes League of Legends battles can be 20 minutes.
I don't
or
go on the
couple of
online
hours.
ones now because there's just so many uptight people.
I used to when I was playing. I'm too rusty now. I wasn't that good before I was rusty. But yeah, the Crytek Arena of Fate looks good.
It looks cute.
Yeah, it's a casual MOBA. It's not meant to be, you know, full on proper.
All the abuse.
All those people who go, oh, you're meant to be using your cards of healing at this tower of defense.
You've got
or something."
5%
Yeah, how dare you? You're
agility.
learn to play, noob.
Yeah. Oh, I hate when they say that.
I hear that a lot.
Yeah.
I go mostly. I do. Yep. Yeah, so Crytek Arena of Fate is going to be a casual MOBA for all casuals, really. What else do we have? The Witcher 3. I'm going to have to link a photo on our Facebook page during our next music break and just show it on screen because this is definitely going up on YouTube. But The Witcher 3 looks beautiful. It looks so... Wow.
Not World of Warcraft for you, Pyro.
Yeah.
It looks so much like World of Warcraft.
Which isn't that great, honestly. But
No.
this looks amazing. It's like... It's kind of taking me back to Skyrim, how good Skyrim looked. Except it looks better now. It's like the new Skyrim, I reckon, except you play in third person and you play as not a character you make, but as this character. I haven't played any of the other Witcher 3s, but I kind of want to have a go at this.
Other Witcher
There are
3s.
other Witcher 3s? Or you
The
just
other
haven't played
Witches.
the Witches?
I haven't played
It's
the other
Witcher
Witches.
3 the 4th.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
Kind of
Yeah.
like Fallout 3 Las Vegas. But yeah,
It's not full. It's Fallout 4 Las Vegas.
is it?
Yeah, it is.
I don't know, I haven't looked.
It is. It is. It's not Fallout 3.
But yeah, The Witcher 3 is like the next best looking game, open world, role-playing game ever. It looks amazing.
I'm a bit disturbed by some of the images I have here. It's like a head that's being held off a horse and a girl looking a little bit suspicious.
Yeah.
That is a very angled shot.
Yeah, well, I was watching the trailer for it, and you see the main character in a boat during a storm, like, not a really big ship, just a small boat, and it's gameplay footage.
Okay.
And it's like, wow.
It looks pretty.
I'm speechless. I would take screenshots of that and post that on my wall. Yeah. What else do we have? Final Fantasy Zero. No, Type Zero. It's a Japanese-only Final Fantasy game, and it's finally being released for everywhere else.
I get so annoyed at Japan-only releases. You're just like, oh, come on!
Yeah, there's a lot of Japan-only releases.
And the problem is they're usually really good, the only released in Japan ones as well. So.
Yeah.
Like all the Final Fantasy remixes. But yeah, this is coming to PlayStation 4. It was released on PS4 back in Japan in 2011. Never made it outside until now. And it won't be on PS Vista though. They did advertise that it would be, but then they go, oh, oops, it's not going to be our bad. Which I'm not too fussed about because I don't have a PS Vista.
I do, I'm annoyed.
Yeah, the article was saying a lot of people with PS Vistas are annoyed.
You mean Vitas, because Vista is Microsoft.
Yeah, well, I don't have one. I'm not smart. Gosh. But yeah, so it's going to be a new Final Fantasy game people with PS4s can play, but not with PS...
Vita!
Vita. I'm used to saying Vista.
We need a shock thing every time you say Vista.
I need a shock thing for every time I say anything wrong.
I think you'd have a heart attack.
Yeah. Also, the developers I was working on Dark Souls have been working on Bloodborne. It looks and sounds like a Dark Soul game, except it's not. It's similar, but it's not going to be in that universe whatsoever. Dark Souls more medieval, Bloodborne's more Gothic era, more that style of game.
You mean like Victorian era?
Yeah.
Like industrial?
Yeah, round about there, it seems like.
Yeah, the images I have here tell me nothing. So.
Well, that's what the words are for.
Oh, reading.
Yeah. What do you think I do? I just talk random stuff? I prepare...
Yeah, Victorian area town. Okay,
Yeah.
I feel better.
Yeah, so I'm kind of keen for it. It looks good. I'm curious to see if it's going to be as badass as Dark Souls, because it's the same developers working on it. Or if it's going to be more relaxed. Yeah. I reckon we should go to some more music, because we've been talking for like 20 minutes straight.
Well, there's lots to talk about. That
Yeah, well,
E3.
That's E3. But yeah, don't go anywhere, because there's going to be more E3 news right after Bacon Pancakes.
Now it's time for GG NOOB.
Oops. I was busy talking to Pyro and I didn't pause the player properly, so skip back to the front.
In other words, technical
It's still
difficulties.
time for GG NOOB, so...
Yeah, it is.
If you didn't say that, we wouldn't have known.
It's thrown him.
My computer's not happy at the moment. It's cried. What did I have up first?
Something
Cry
about
4.
a kraken?
No, Far Cry 4.
Far Cry...
Yes, you can drive elephants.
Ride.
Ride elephants, I meant
and
to say.
gyrocopters.
Unless they're like mechanical, then.
They should have... They'll probably do like a Far Cry 4...
Oh yeah, like the blood dragon.
Yeah. That would be cool.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah. Where you get to drive elephants that fly and have like 2 heads. And it's
like
psychic.
Tantum.
That doesn't sound like an
psychic
elephant.
War elephants.
Yeah, that they should have that. That should be official real life thing now.
Yep.
But yeah, Far Cry is you get 2-player co-op mode all across the world, so you get to play with a friend through the entire map and drive elephants together.
Sounds like fun.
Sounds like a romantic date.
Just drive through elephants through some sort of terrorist
Crushing
camp.
people.
Yeah.
Flying and 2 heads.
Yeah.
I don't know.
They should do
what's
that.
happening.
But yeah, it's a new Far Cry game. When's it being released? I don't have the date in front of me. But yeah, the bad guy is going to be a slaver, I believe. I didn't find that much information about it. I probably thought I should because it's a popular game, but I haven't played any of them. Pyro has more of an idea about them than I do.
I think I
played
watched
this
someone
one.
play it.
Well, no one has played it because it's not out yet.
I've played 2 and 3, and they were both good, but 2 was very repetitive, and 3 was good.
Fable, another game which I haven't played either. I tried playing, but I couldn't get into it. Fable Legend. What?
How can you not get into it? It's so funny and awesome.
I just...
I mean, the start of Fable 1 takes a little while, but...
I was playing the Fable 3. I just didn't get
Oh,
into it.
don't start with Fable 3.
No.
On November 18th is when Far Cry 4 is released. No,
Awesome.
my God.
Thanks for that. Going back to Fable, you get to play as a villain.
Well, you get to play a villain in all of them, but this one you get to be a bit more villainous.
Yeah, there's more options. Like, it's not just being a really annoying bad person. You get to...
You're not just mass murdering villagers and buying all their houses. You actually... It says, like, when you're in a dungeon, you can trap people and annoy your friends.
I like that. I want Fable 4 now. For that. Just trap people in dungeons.
And
Pyro.
annoy
If
them.
you just trap someone in a dungeon, then that's it. That's
Yeah,
the
like,
game.
Yeah.
I'm done with the game now.
Basically, it's set up for people who like to grief. Grieve.
Yeah, grief.
Yeah.
Brief.
Moving
Be
on.
annoying.
The Last Guardian. What a roller coaster. It's been rumoured to be cancelled and then it's not cancelled. Sony was saying they're going to release it when it's ready. It was meant to be released on PS3. That's probably not going to happen now. But it's a game that's definitely going to happen. For those who don't know, it's a sequel to Shadow of the Colossus.
It is?
Yes.
Whoa.
Yes. It has that art style about it. But yeah, it looks good. I'm keen for it. It was first announced way back in 2009 though, and rumoured to be cancelled a couple times, but I just hope this doesn't become the new Doom forever. No, not Doom. Duke Nukem forever.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, and then when it's finally released, it's awful.
Yeah, and
Exactly.
no one really cares about it. Yeah. But yeah, awesome game. I hope it happens. Another new game, which I was talking about it around about Christmas time. These guys had quite a bit of trouble because their office place was flooded and all their computer stuff broke, and
Which
Oh,
would just
yeah.
be a disaster.
the guy is running it on Twitter saying, "Oh, it's a minor setback. It's still going strong." I'm like, good on ya.
Yeah.
And
Meanwhile, they're just like, it's going strong. Oh, God.
It's easy to type it's going strong while screaming out loud.
but
And crying.
it's like they released a trailer or even it was a trailer, not gameplay, at E3, and you just hop in your spaceship and fly off the planet and land on another planet, and you like tag creatures, so you like go around, you discover new creatures, and then a giant monster comes to crush you, so you jump in your spaceship, fly up, then some other spaceships come and shoot you down, you're like shooting them down, and then you land on another planet, and then you discover more species. It's really awesome type of exploring. In the trailer though, they even had ores that you could collect in a cave. I'm not entirely sure how that would work. I doubt they'll go the Minecraft route, but it's probably...
It could be like a spore route where you find the spices and then you set up a mine and leave it.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm kind of keen for this game. I think it's for...
Have you
both
actually said
next
the
gen?
title of the game?
No Man's Sky. Did I not say that?
No.
You didn't say that, no.
Oh wow, this is really awkward.
So I'm sitting here going, wait, what game are we
I
playing?
knew
I
what
don't know
game you were
what page
talking
it's on.
about, but
Yeah, No Man's Sky is the name of the game.
Which sounds very Firefly.
It has that feel about it, except no cowboy western type thing, more ancient Jurassic Park with spaceships.
Okay.
So there's like different alien dinosaur type things.
So it's kind of like a discovery,
/
exploring.
dogfight spaceship type sim, yeah.
Sounds like fun.
And it is, and I especially liked how smooth it seems. I'm not entirely sure if it will be smooth. To go from
Trailer was.
yeah, to go from just landing on a planet to up in space, like the sky turns black and then you can see other planets and stars and stuff. And
It's not lagging. You hope.
well, yeah, you hope there's not going to be a loading screen or it's really obvious when you're in a different part of space. Like Kerbal Space Program does that very well. Like you can't tell it's not an obvious jump when you're on planet to space. They do it very cleverly. Yeah.
You like it.
What else do we have? Evolve. It's a co-op game where you have 4 people, 4 hunters fighting or tracking and attacking a monster. And one of the players is the monster, and apparently the monster goes around, attack other creatures, levels up, becomes more powerful to then attack the hunters when the hunters finally catch the creature. But they've released new monsters. One of them is the Kraken. You can play as the Kraken, which I think is pretty cool.
it's always been my dream to be a Kraken.
Yeah, well then you would like this game, Pyro.
I would hope so.
Yeah, so I'm looking forward to this game. Hoping, can't tell what console it is. It's PC probably as well. I'm kind of rambling a bit because my computer's a little
It's
bit
not
slow.
loading.
Yeah. But yeah,
I'm betting there's just going to be so many people. Release the Kraken. Oh, stop making that joke.
yeah, I like that joke.
It's going to get old fast, though.
Kind of like the Luigi stare.
That hasn't got
No.
old yet.
Yeah, that might get
it
old.
started to die down though. Moving on to remakes, or not remakes, re-releases for the next gen. What's with that stare, Jinx? You're like,
I'm just
oh,
waiting.
really?
Re-releases? What is it? I'm waiting so I can find the tab.
Grand Theft Auto 5
Wrong tab.
is being released for the next gen consoles, and it's not just going to be, the same game released. They're going to increase the graphics, they increase the draw distance, better resolution, new wildlife, pretty much across the board, general improvements of everything, which you expect when it's going to such powerhouse as the next gen consoles.
Yeah. You're hoping that games are going to start being really cool like that.
Yeah. Yeah, and also it has special bonus for PS4 owners because Grand Theft Auto kinda is a Sony franchise if you think about it.
I think it did. It came out first on PlayStation 2, something like that.
Yeah, Grand Theft Auto San Andreas was PS2 exclusive. Like, I don't think it was ever on Xbox. It's kind of surprised that they go on Xbox now, but I suppose if it's on more consoles, more money, I guess.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, if you do have a PS4, you do get that little extra. Can't exactly find out what you get. You get like
secret bonus.
Yeah, secret bonus. It doesn't say. Damn it. What else do we have? Just Dance. It's confirmed. Last week we were talking about the rumour of Just Dance because of the accidental leak of the next gen not needing Connect and stuff like that. It is now confirmed for 2015 though, but it's a new Just Dance for the next gens. So yeah.
Exciting for people who like dancing.
Well, it's a fun game to play with friends, especially when you're drunk. Also, it's a good workout because it gets you really...
Tired.
Yeah. It's exhausting dancing,
Yeah.
believe it or not. Also, a new Ratchet and Clank game. Clack. I also mean Clank.
Clank.
Yes. A new Ratchet
Clack will
and...
be joining too.
Release a Clack.
The clacking.
The Clack. Yeah, they're actually remaking the original Ratchet and Clank for next gens.
Which is exciting because I love them.
Did you
Yeah.
say next gens?
Yes,
So
PS4.
Xbox One as well?
No, PS4.
So for next gen.
For PS4, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, you got my hopes up.
Well, I have a PS4,
Well-
so don't worry, Pyro. I'll play on your behalf.
They are a PlayStation exclusive, so
Yeah.
not really likely.
Yeah. Don't think it's been worked on too much yet, so there's no beta or alpha or release date yet.
Pictures.
However, there is a movie.
Which is scary.
Yeah, it's not a live action movie.
Thank God.
Yeah.
That would be so creepy because they're all animal things.
Yeah.
Or like elf.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're not people. And that would be wrong to
Yeah.
have people.
Well, speaking of wrong live action, not people movie, the Sonic movie is
The
going to be
Sonic?
half live action. What?
What?
Yeah.
And computer. Oh
It-
no!
Yeah.
The only way that would work if it was like, you know, the Looney Tunes thing with the cartoon characters.
Space Jam.
Yeah, exactly.
Space Jam Sonic. I would watch that, actually.
Yeah, I would watch that. But if
Maybe
it's...
they're going to actually use a real life hedgehog to play Sonic.
Oh my...
Just spray paint
No.
him blue. They just speed up the footage of him. Like,
Yeah, they're pretty slow actually, so
yeah.
they would have to speed it up a lot.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know what to think about that.
I don't want to think about it. It's terrifying.
Yeah. Our time is almost up here, so as soon as this page loads, I'm going to give you a brief happening of all the information that
news.
happened at E3. Like a bunch of exclusive for Xbox, like Fianza, Horizon 2. What else do we have? The new Call of Duty. Like, there's a lot of games that's been released. If you... Like, I don't have enough time to cover it all, so if you guys are interested in anything, I highly suggest that you go and check it up yourself. But yeah, what else do we have here?
Well, there's a new Tomb Raider coming in the holidays in 2015.
Yes.
Xbox?
Pretty cool.
Bayonetta is coming out this year, actually. Bayonetta 2 for the Wii U. And it's going to be the thing that makes me buy a Wii U, because not only you get Bayonetta 2, but you also get the first Bayonetta as well.
So Luigi's Death Stare didn't sell you the Wii U?
Yeah, it probably will. I'll probably still
You'll have to
buy.
get that as well. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll probably buy the Wii U as a bundle, and I don't think they'll have a Bayonetta bundle, so it's probably going to be a Mario Kart 8 bundle. What else do we have? I think that's pretty much it. I'm slowly going through. There's a lot of news, a lot of games that happened.
We could talk about that more next week, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. There'll probably be more, like E3 week. A lot of information came out, so...
It takes a while to sift through to
Yeah.
the poor masses who couldn't go.
Most of the stuff I talked to you about today is stuff that caught my attention. There's been a bunch, like a lot more games that have been released that I might not find as interesting.
But people listening might.
Yeah, so if you have any suggestions of, like, if you want me to cover a certain game that you found interesting at E3 and I didn't cover today, send me a Facebook message at GGNoob at 5GTR, facebook.com/GGNoob 5GTR. Also, check out our YouTube channel and subscribe and like if you're
Our
watching
YouTube
this on
channel?
YouTube. Or my YouTube channel, which... Well, this is my show as well, so nah. But yeah, this is going to go up on YouTube, so if you missed out half of this show and you want to hear the first part, it's going to be up there most definitely this time, I promise, probably. But until then, I've been Mostly Noob. Here with me has been Jinxed.
Good job, you remembered my name.
I remembered that. I was waiting for you to say Jinxed.
Oh, well, you didn't say
And
that.
Pyromirezzz.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Pyromirezzz. The dead guy on the phone.
Yeah.
But yeah, so check out our Facebook, check out my YouTube channel, and we'll see you guys next week. For our last song, what do we have? We have Gundam Style. We'll see you guys next week. Bye.